Hi. Hi. Guess who's back? It's me. Guess who's back? Back again. Erica's back. Tell a friend. All right. Obviously, I must be in a good mood today. If this is your first time on this channel, welcome. My name is Erica, and this is Live Free with Erica, a channel where we encourage each other to live free and live our best life. And we get the tools to outsmart toxic, manipulative, narcissistic, dysfunctional people. All right, so I have a whole list of ideas that I could make into videos. And I want to share what I know about narcissists, but I don't want to stay stuck. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be like a negative energy type of a environment, this channel. I want it to be encouraging and motivating, because that's just a learning experience, right? To get to the other side. Because from my experience, can tell you that after you've had after you've been in a narcissistic relationship with a narcissist, after you've left, you're a different person. And the narcissist in a way really is your teacher. They teach you a lot. And I still wouldn't wish that type of a teacher on anyone, because they can be very cruel, right? It's very tough when you're in the thick of it. But there's definitely things that you can learn from the situation and from dealing with them. And once you learn that, you're a way stronger person than you were before. Like, for example, like if I speak about myself personally, like I believe that I used to be just too forgiving, and just I was a very sweet young female. And I wasn't stupid, but I would let a lot of things slide, and I would just forgive. And yeah, until I couldn't let it slide anymore, because the situation came to that point where it was like extremely obvious that this was not, I didn't sign up for this in the first place. But you know what I mean? Like, so I had to learn how to be more decisive and assertive, and how to cut people off, how to put myself first, how to make decisions, not so much based on emotion, but the reality of things. And I don't think that's anything abnormal. I think that younger people in general, you have a certain idealistic view of life and relationships and love. And you don't expect people to be a certain type of way. And yeah, so but yeah, the narcissist believes, right, that you remain with them because you're a little naive, right? And they believe that you're not strong enough to actually leave them, because the narcissist, they can give it but they can't take it, and they know for a fact that you are the stronger person, because they put you through so much. It's inhumane, the things that narcissists do to their victims. And for the longest, I hated that word because I was like, I'm not a victim. I'm not a victim. But if you're victimized by a narcissist, you know what I mean? Yeah, you're a survivor, yes, of course. But they victimize people. It's not like a term that I would use to, degrade the person that's being bullied, severely bullied. But I'm just saying, now I lost the plot. But you take so much in a narcissistic relationship. You take so much. So much. So many extreme things happen, right? They can't even take, I mean, once you start standing up for yourself, and you give them a little taste, just a little taste, by telling them certain things. Oh no, they can't take it. They get, oh no, their ego is so fragile. They collapse. They can't take it. And I'm not suggesting that you give it to them straight while you're still with them, or if you're in a situation where you live with them or you're dependent on them. Don't do that. Just be quiet. Silence is your friend. But once you're out of the situation, I mean, I still wouldn't suggest that you poke the bear. But from my experience, the narcissists, they really can't take, well, first of all, they can't handle the truth. That's why they bully their partners. If you say something, like, they can't take the truth. Like, you can't even say it. Like, they want you to shut up. They can't take the truth, period. I mean, on what planet? But anyway, I digress. What do you learn from the narcissist? You learn not to be so trusting with people. You learn not to be so forgiving, because not everyone has your best interest at heart, even though they might be in a relationship with you. Yeah. You learn how to assert your value and say, you know what, I deserve better than that. And that's not being selfish. That's just drawing the line in the sand. You learn, well, you know what one of the most important things is? Like, what was holding me back a lot is emotions. You can't operate on emotions, and you can't put this person on a pedestal and treat them as if they're the first, the last, the only, because there's other people out there, and love shouldn't be this hard. Because with narcissists, it is. It's incredibly hard, because it's like they're always pushing on the brake. You know what I mean? There's always a problem. Every couple of days there's a problem, there's an issue. There's no, you keep spinning around in a circle. They're doing the same dumb shit. Excuse my French. They're doing the same dumb shit. Nothing ever really gets resolved. And it's just going from bad to worse. Um, yeah, again, I lost the plot. I feel like I should be here with a notebook and like, all right, so yeah, you learn, when you learn to be like, I'm done with this. Once you hit the rock bottom with them, at least that was for me. Once I hit the rock bottom, you kind of, I mean, you gotta accept the truth and the fact that, this is as bad as it gets. And because a lot of these situations are actually not non-survivable. I'll be honest with you. Especially when you're with a narcissist that has an explosive temper, and they can't impulse control, and they can't control their anger, and the truth offends them. And especially if you stack that with like certain addictions to certain substances, you have an incredibly explosive concoction, and you are not safe with a narcissist. You are not safe. The narcissistic rage is real. Yeah. So, but see, the thing is, nobody walks around and, has like a disclaimer on their forehead saying, oh, hi, I'm a narcissist. I'm a malignant narcissist. And I have extreme anger issues. And nobody's gonna tell you up front. You know what I mean? But what do you learn from the narcissist? Narcissists are really good at protecting their own interests, like me, 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 me. And if you're someone who isn't like that, you kind of learn how to prioritize yourself too. I mean, not in the same way, but you know what I mean? Overall, you're a stronger version of yourself. That's if you leave. Because if you stay, there's no telling. The spiral just keeps going lower and lower and lower. I think there's somebody watching me. There's a guy watching me. I'm on the phone making a video. Anyway, yeah, it's extremely dangerous to stay with a narcissist. So when you leave, you're saving your own life, and you're doing the right thing. And you don't ever let nobody do you like that ever again in your life. And you're more attentive to red flags. If you're anything like me, after it takes a while to figure out what the hell is going wrong. I mean, what the hell is going on? Once you find out there's a word for it, narcissist, once I found that out, listen, forget about it. Like, I was on that YouTube watching videos, listening to videos. I was like, oh my God, like, I had no idea this is what I was dealing with. You study these things, and you educate yourself about narcissistic abuse, and you start clocking these patterns in people, and now you're aware. Now you're the dangerous one. Okay, Now you're the dangerous one because you're educated. You know what? You're educated and you got your stripes. Because let me tell you, it's not easy leaving the narcissist. It's not easy, especially if you're in a position of dependence or complete dependence, or, you know, there's a situation where it's physically hard to leave. It's not easy. And there's a lot. I mean, but once you escape, because it is an escape, once you escape and you know, like, this right here, I am never going back to that. Never, ever, ever. But it takes time to process everything. But once you're at that level, you got your stripes. You got, you know, it's like ranking in the military. You've earned your stripes, and you came out of it, and you made it. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't make it. A lot of people don't make it. A lot of people stay stuck because they're afraid, and I can definitely relate. The fear is real, and some people just, I don't even want to talk about it. So yeah, once you're out, you stay out. Because these creatures, they try to pull you back in, and they lie. And if they have a way of talking to you, they try to convince you that they've changed. Oh, I've changed, like I'm a different person now, and I don't drink anymore, and this and that. Like, trust me, if you go back to a narcissist, it's okay for a while, and then it goes right back to what it was, and then it gets worse. So anyway, I know this is a long video. This is the real video. But once you conquer the narcissist, you slay the beast. You're a force to be reckoned with, because the narcissist is a severe bully. They bully you mercilessly. They bully you. They got no heart. There's nothing sacred to them that they won't do to get you back, because you're property. You're their property in their eyes. But yeah, you got your stripes once you're out. Yep. Once you're out, you stay out, and you know, work on yourself. You had a tough experience, and you made it out. And yeah, now the narc's afraid of you, because they didn't think you had it in you. They severely underestimated you. Severely underestimated you. Oh, because they thought you were weak. They don't understand the concept of love, that you actually did love them, that you actually did forgive them many, many times. They don't get that. But once the runs out, and you're done, that's it. You got nothing to talk about. All right, so I hope this video helps somebody, or not just help somebody, but, you know, I hope this video is useful, because I'm sharing private things. You know, I'm putting myself out there. But if it helps somebody, it's worth it. And I know in this world with so many effed up people, we need to talk about these things seriously, so that, you know, we don't fall victim to this type of stuff. Because there's so many there's so many people like that out there. But yeah, So if you like the video, please like it and comment on the topic and subscribe if you haven't yet. And I love you, and I'm giving you a big hug through the phone. And I will see you soon. Okay. All right. Take care. Bye.